There are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with Ready Mixed Concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today. Join Main Street Beatrice for their annual Beer, Wine, and Spirits Festival on Saturday, May 3rd from 4 to 8 p.m. with VIP entrance at 3 p.m. Enjoy an afternoon of live music and unlimited tastings of Nebraska beer, wine, and spirits at Envision Landscapes and Garden Center. There's something for all palates, and you only pay your entry fee. Food and snacks are available for purchase at the event, as well as off-sale beer, wine, and spirits from vendors. Tickets are only $25 ahead of time or $30 at the door. This fun day is for adults 21 and over only. Buy your tickets at mainstreetbeatrice.org or on the Main Street Beatrice Facebook page today. Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
The Husker games are coming soon. Do you know your tailgate meal for before and after the events? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate something for all Nebraskans made in Nebraska. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you tailgate without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No party or tailgate is complete without it.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and my schedule can get a little hectic. From softball practices to going to class, traveling for games, spending time with family, and catching up with friends, I am always on the go. I want a bank that can help me from anywhere, but also be there when I need them. That's Midwest Bank. They have the same mobile banking technology as those big banks, but have that hometown feel that I like every time I walk through the doors. They make banking easy no matter where I am. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine grill. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown! 45 yards.
And return specialist.
This time he beats the kicker and one more.
DeMornay Pierson-El.
Only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson-El, but Pierson-El has confidence in Pierson-El.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
All right, welcome in. Don't Punt Hour. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. We got no Royals on the brick and mortar. We'll be live throughout the entire night, and it's a good thing because the NFL draft is starting up right to my left. They got the TV out. We're going to pretty much talk NFL draft the entire hour here. You guys want to get your reactions in 402-464-5685. This is the Starter Heyman text line. You can put a face to the voice. Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo Channel 961. And as always, we are joined by the former Husker himself, former NFL player himself, DeMornay Pierson-El. How's it going on a Thursday? Rainy Thursday, but I don't care. It's draft day.
It's going better now that the storming has stopped. But excited about this draft. Hopefully see how many of these picks I got right.
Yeah, don't get too excited about the storm stopping. I mean, we're going to be the Midwest is the new Seattle for like at least the next couple of weeks here. It's going to be like nonstop rain. Even watching this draft right now, Green Bay is getting rain as well. But I'm super excited. We can start a lot of things with this, but I first want to get ahead of a few of the things that are coming out before the draft even starts. Jaguars are reportedly looking very aggressive. And anytime you get a new general manager, they like to make a big splash. How much are you buying into the Jags? Even though they got the 5, it sounds like they really love Travis Hunter, or at least that's the reports. Where are you at on those rumors?
I mean, if you can trade up there to and somebody wants to trade back, with New York or whatnot, I mean, I understand that, but I doubt Cleveland or New York is giving that position up to get Travis.
I can see New York possibly giving it up, depending on how hungry the Jags are and what they're willing to give up. The only problem is the Browns. Is there any world where the Browns want to give up that 2 pick? Because in my mind, there's no way Travis Hunter doesn't go to Cleveland.
No. It's just not smart unless it's just you don't not that you don't think that he can help. But I mean, what other reason? If you trade back to 5, I mean, who you going to take? Genty? You know what I mean? Like you can pick Genty where you are. You can pick him. Like it just makes no sense for that to happen. I don't see it. I mean, you might as well just go ahead and take them.
That's kind of where I'm at. It feels like if they were, they'd have to give up an arm and a leg to the point where just wouldn't even be worth it. So I think that 2 is pretty gridlock. The Titans need a quarterback. I think they'll stay at 1 for sure. The Giants is a team I can see maybe trading. I think the Patriots are going to want to stay as well. The other one, though, that's been rumored is my very own Chicago Bears, which I'm a little bit concerned about. Maybe it's just rumors, but apparently they're really trying to slide up and possibly get a spot. I think 5 is maybe, or 4, but slide up enough to where they could try to get Genty themselves. Yeah, and that's the reports.
You're going to have to give up a whole lot to get that. That's not going to be easy at all.
Well, you have the 10 to offer, but like you said, you're still going to have to give a lot more, especially now that the reports are out there. And if it's true, teams know you're pretty hungry. You're frothing at the mouth to try to slide up there and grab them. And I just like, if you're the Bears, do you want to go that route, or do you want to load up on the trenches like we said, or maybe even?
I would go trenches. This is a heavy running back, heavy draft. Even I think your top 3 probably running backs. I mean, I know the third guy is probably a little bit a drop off from the top 2, but I mean, if you really want to go running back and everything like that, you can do what you need to do with Hampton. I mean, especially in the Midwest, he's played in the cold and everything like that. He can get things done of what you need, but you got a young offense, you got a young quarterback, you got a new head coach coming in there and everything like that. Like, y'all have to be successful fast. So I think doing everything in your power to secure what you need on the offensive line, or maybe a weapon at tight end potentially. I mean, if they're not there, then I would go defense. But you have to for sure hit on those points.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100%. I just don't think even in the Chicago Bears, like if you like Genty, I like Genty a lot. The only way I see you taking him if he's there at 10. And no world I really like trading up.
Yeah.
If he's there at 10, his floor is so high, and a lot of it for him is just his contact balance. He's getting the Marshawn Lynch comparisons. I hate the comparisons because that's such a tough comparison, but you do kind of see that with his just unreal contact balance. He damn near
I see a smaller Eddie Lacy.
That's a good one too. Really good between the tackles as well.
Eddie Lacy wasn't necessarily a home run hit every time, but he made you feel him run the ball. He's not as tall. He's not as solid and thick, but they bounce off of tackles the same way.
I agree. That's the only ones. Have you ever had any other teams in the rumor mill that maybe be trying to slide up here?
I heard the Raiders are trying to.
Raiders, that's a good one as well. There's some rumors
they're
about
they're trying to get ahead of Jacksonville at 5. But I still think Jacksonville at 5 with Genty might be a smokescreen. Like they potentially could, but I mean Trevor Lawrence has been on the same path as Joe Burrow with injury. So why not go ahead, get you the pick of the litter at tackle of what you need. You traded away Cam Robinson, who was an all-pro guy, all-pro caliber type guy. Why not go ahead, reload up that, and put some other pieces to help, help your run game out. Later on, I mean, they're going to have to take a receiver high too. So, I mean, I would go offensive line for them. Defense isn't necessarily to something that they have to go after, but it's people get paid a whole lot of money to do other things. So I don't know.
Yeah, and do you have the audio on for this draft?
Yeah.
Did you hear the opening and the shot to the Bears?
Yes.
What in the world? And my brother just texted me that Clay Travis, the former Green Bay Packer, apparently President of the United States, says the Bears still suck. So there's a hot start to the draft right there.
I mean, it's in Green Bay. What you expect?
It cracks me up, though. So there you go. First shot at the Bears. Titans are on the clock. Who do you think they're going to take here at the morning, Pierson-El? Cam Ward, easy one.
These two picks should come up. Should happen quick. Like I don't think it'll be. Well, I know they'll probably spend the whole 6 minutes and everything.
Yeah,
like
just
that,
to let the hype build. They did that with Williams last year too.
It ain't no reason. Like, let's get the show on the road. Like, come on.
I agree to it. What does Cam Ward, in your mind, have to improve on if he's going to have immediate success with the Titans?
He's just gonna have to improve on.
Or what does he bring to the table? If that's more fair, what do you see in him?
I think a high caliber athlete who's experienced, a capable leader. He's comfortable, and everybody can get along with him. He can get after you with things and whatnot. But I think you're coming into not a dumpster fire, but you're coming into an organization who needs help. A few years ago, with Vrabel, they were very, very good, but they're lost in identity. He has to be stable, and I think that's one thing that he is going to bring, that stability.
Yeah, and quick correction. I said Clay Travis. That's not a linebacker. Clay Matthews, former Green Bay Packer. Shout out my brother Evan, always helping out. Going to pick number 2 here. I think we're pretty set on the Browns going ahead and taking Hunter. Is he, to you, the most surefire guy in this entire draft?
No.
Okay, who'd you put above?
Probably Abdul Carter.
Okay, he's I think he's slated 3 for the Giants right now. There's a lot of really good edges in this class, really good linebackers.
I mean, we've seen the caliber of players that come out of Penn State who wear that number. He might be the best one, outside, beating Mika and everything like that. With Travis, I think there's a lot that's going to have to happen for him to be successful at one position. So he's going to be bouncing back and forth. And I'm not saying that he can't do it. I just think that, it's going to take some time for him to kind of find his rhythm and for the people around him to let him do what he does. And that's nothing on him. I just don't think necessarily like you'll see it here and there early on as some of these other guys that are only playing one position.
I still I'd put Travis Hunter 1 just because he's so versatile. And real quick, picks in Cam Ward. He is a Titan. He is the first guy off the board. Number 1 pick, Tennessee Titans select Cam Ward. With Hunter, the obvious thing is I think most people are going to try to put him at that wide receiver position. Is that where you see him best? And if you are, say, the Browns, are you going to try him on both sides of the ball?
I would. I think he goes on the offensive side because it takes a lot more to get reps and everything like that situated. You can put him in certain packages on the defensive side, but you put him out there, that's an extra turnover or two, or outside of Denzel Ward, So you got pass rushers that are going to get after stuff. You got to have athletes out there, and I mean he's a ball hawk. I just think that it's just a lot harder on the offensive. You got to get rhythm, you got to get tempo, you got to get connection with quarterbacks. You got to understand, audibles and everything like that. So I think it's going to require more on the offensive side. I think on the defensive side, it'll be easier to kind of sprinkle him in certain situations and everything like that.
Absolutely. I might have got a little bit ahead of myself. I thought they flashed on the screen as I'm multitasking and that they picked him already, but Goodell's up there right now with the pick. The pick is just in. We'll wait and see if they go ahead and select. There we go. Cam Ward. So there we go. Nothing changed there. He is the first guy off the board. Number 2, we'll see who the Browns go ahead and take. With Hunter, for me, he's just one of those guys where obviously on the wide receiver, you want to get him going there, but defensively, he showed it at Colorado. His endurance is insane. He's kind of got, you almost want to call it the Michael Jordan factor. I'm not going to give LeBron that credit, but he's got that it factor. There's a lot of games with Colorado last year where you heard those conversation, and we got the Browns also just traded the number 2 pick to the Jags. Good morning, Pierson-El.
Wow.
Breaking news there. Shout out Jackson, one of my producers.
They're going Travis. They're going Travis.
They're going Travis. So the Jags are definitely going to.
What do they have to give up for that?
I'm curious. We'll have to wait and see.
They're going. Yeah.
That is crazy. So there you go. The rumors about the Jags being incredibly
Browns received a 5th overall pick, 36th overall pick, which is the second round, the 126th pick in the 4th round, and a 20 and their first pick in 26. So they got two first rounders. Jags received the 2nd overall pick, 104 of this year, and pick 200 of this year. Whoa.
They were Travis.
You're going Travis.
They have to, right? Do you like that? Do you like giving up that much?
I mean, you making a splash.
New GMs like to.
I like the aggressiveness. I mean, if you don't pick Travis, then why are you doing this?
Yeah, 100%. Because you knew that's where the Browns were. I mean, 99% sure that's who the Browns were going to take. So that'll be interesting there. So now the Jags, with Travis Hunter, they still have a big running back problem. Trevor Lawrence, now you get Travis Hunter down there. The Jags went from one point in time being a super exciting young team to being just a miserable team out there. And I'm not just saying that, as the guys themselves, but the fan base has been taking a lot of L's. Trevor Lawrence, you maybe have a question mark on him now. How much does this move the needle for the Jaguars?
Not much. Because, Trevor still has to be healthy. You still have to have a dominant game. It's an exciting pick, but I wouldn't. It's not. I like it, but you still have other pieces that have to solve things out.
Unreal. I thought that might be a little bit of smoke screen. I also thought that, yes, the Jags were going to try, but it might be too much. But they went all in. So there you have it. No, they have not made the pick yet at number 2. But as you pointed out, I think the only
you're
way
not doing that unless you want to get Travis.
Exactly.
Travis is going at 2. That's what it is.
Since we got a little bit of time here before this picks in, like you said, they're going to let the clock tick for whatever reason. I'm pretty sure you don't make that trade unless you know who you want. Shedeur Sanders reportedly slipping in the draft. Some people even saying out of the top 25. Do you see that coming to fruition in this one?
No, I got him going at 9.
Okay, so you got him going at 9 to the New Orleans Saints. We've talked about that one before. I like the fit there as well. There's also reports that Jackson Dart is getting a lot of hype, so maybe he slides up there. If he doesn't go at 9, then you're in a weird spot with a bunch of teams who don't necessarily need a quarterback, and then you probably
says who
21.
Says who?
I mean, if you're looking at
the coach, if he's there, the coach could might as well take him. I guarantee they rather have that stability than the problem that they're in right now. I think
I'm going to follow this. I'm going to follow I think it'd be Steelers that go ahead and pick him up.
If you can
maybe
trade
the
up
Colts, but that's the only other team outside of the Steelers I could see. If the Saints don't take him,
that want him off the rip, yes.
Yeah.
But you're telling me that the Colts wouldn't entertain that idea?
I think they'd entertain it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they pass him up too. If the Saints pass him up, then and just to be clear here, I don't think the Saints are going to pass on Shedeur. If they do, I'll be a little bit surprised. If he does get passed up, though, I think he'll probably land all the way at 21.
They gave up their first round for 20. Their first round draft pick for 26. Oof.
Yeah. So here we go. Jaguars received 25 second round overall pick, 25 fourth round pick, 25 sixth round pick. Browns received 25 fifth overall pick, 25 second overall pick, and I missed the last one right there. We'll give an update when we go to break.
It's a 25 second and fourth round picks and a 26 first round pick. So they got next year's first round draft pick out of Jacksonville.
I'm starting to not like this for Jacksonville at all. That's a lot to give away, but there you have it. So they're desperate. The pick is in. We'll find out who it is. We pretty much know who's it's going to be. Other guys that are pretty interesting that are moving around is a guy that's already in the league, Kirk Cousins. Do you think the Falcons make a move trading Kirk Cousins to try to get some value?
I think it's going to be hard with his contract. Unless they eat majority of it, I don't think nobody will really try and touch that unless they have a situation of where they're paying for majority of it.
Yeah, his contract is insane, but the Falcons are all the way. Let's see, they're down there at, if I can get my computer to stop freaking out here, 15th pick overall. They're in a unique spot where I will say this draft has a ton of guys that you just want to go ahead and label quote unquote safe. So you don't necessarily need to make a splash play, but you're also sitting there with Michael Penix Jr. in the back pen as well, that if there is a time to move on from Kirk Cousins, and if you have any sort of concerns about the future of what he is on this team while you're trying to develop Penix Jr., then I think you got to try to put something together here if you can get somebody to bite on that contract. And did they put the pick in yet? Okay, the pick's still in. We pretty much know who it is. So let's move on here. New York Giants. Who do you like them selecting before we go to our first break here?
I think they'll go Abdul.
Okay, take the edge rusher. Pretty chalk on that.
I think they'll go Abdul, and then they'll trade back in later in, and they'll trade probably Thibodeau away or something like that with a group of picks to get a quarterback of their choosing.
Yeah, and for me, I think it'll be Abdul Carter, but there's a lot of really good edges in this class. Good deep, a bunch of linebackers. It's not him. It's going to be one, Walker from Georgia or somebody else, but I think they're going to go defense there as well. The Patriots, are you thinking offensive lineman blue chip?
Oh yeah, Will Campbell. I mean, that's a Vrabel pick. Like he's beefed up the defensive line. Their offensive line needed some assistance and whatnot. So I don't know how you let him go right then and there.
Yeah, I think you go ahead. He's one of those guys where like you're going to put him at that left tackle spot, and if it doesn't quite work the way you want to, his floor is high enough where you can always slide him in at guard. If he's not good enough for that left tackle position, or maybe not as good as you thought. And it's also Mike Vrabel coaching that team now, and he seems like a Mike Vrabel guy through and through.
For sure.
Yeah, so I think that's probably where I'm going to agree with you there. I think they're also going to take Will Campbell, maybe take somebody else, but I think they're going to go ahead and try to put him at that left tackle. And like I said, if it doesn't succeed there, they can always slide him in at that guard position. With that being said, we'll throw it to break here. Jaguars are announcing their pick.
Any second now, my goodness.
I will agree with you when it comes to the NFL draft. Some of the just waiting for the clock to tick down and the pick is in, and the long getting everything ready to go up there, especially when it is the Jaguars who just made that super aggressive trade. You already know who they're going to select. And I'm saying my words slowly here so we can just get the pick in before we go to break here. 402-464-5685. If you guys want to get in your NFL draft thoughts, feel free to put them in here. And you can also put a face to the voice, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo Channel 961. All right, I think we're gonna have to throw it to break. This guy's giving a long monologue here. So while Armstead wraps up on the podium, we'll throw it to break and we'll tell you who the Jaguars selected on the other side.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today. Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more. Join Main Street Beatrice for their annual Beer, Wine, and Spirits Festival on Saturday, May 3rd from 4 to 8 p.m. with VIP entrance at 3 p.m. Enjoy an afternoon of live music and unlimited tastings of Nebraska beer, wine, and spirits at Envision Landscapes and Garden Center. There's something for all palates, and you only pay your entry fee. Food and snacks are available for purchase at the event, as well as off-sale beer, wine, and spirits from vendors. Tickets are only $25 ahead of time or $30 at the door. This fun day is for adults 21 and over only. Buy your tickets at MainStreetBeatrice.org or on the Main Street Beatrice Facebook page today.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall, Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and my schedule can get a little hectic. From softball practices to going to class, traveling for games, spending time with family, and catching up with friends, I am always on the go. I want a bank that can help me from anywhere, but also be there when I need them. That's Midwest Bank. They have the same mobile banking technology as those big banks, but have that hometown feel that I like every time I walk through the doors. They make banking easy no matter where I am. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins'. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today. Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Right now, when you drive by Honda of Lincoln, you'll see more than 200 new Hondas and over 125 pre-owned vehicles. Hi, Charlie Stone here, and with me on the line is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, how does it feel to have so many vehicles in stock again for your customers?
Charlie, it feels amazing to see how excited our customers are. They love the ability to see, test drive, and take immediate delivery of the exact new Honda they're looking for.
Do you have some good offers to talk about?
We sure do, Charlie. We're offering financing as low as 0.9% APR up to 72 months, or great lease rates on every new Honda. It's the perfect time to drive away in the new Honda you've been dreaming of.
How about pre-owned, Andy?
We have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Just about every make and model with prices starting at under $10,000.
Maybe it's time you experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball. This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back in. We're a few picks into the NFL draft that kicked off at 7 down there in Green Bay. We'll quick go through it, give everyone an update on how it's shaken out so far. We've already had one big major switch up, and that is the Jaguars trading up to 2. But at number 1, the Tennessee Titans select Cam Ward. At number 2, like I said, Jags traded with the Browns, gave a lot up in return for it. They take Travis Hunter. That was the last one we're waiting for. And then at number 3, the Giants both agreed on it. They take Abdul Carter. And I'll say this much. How close is he to Micah Parsons? Like, do you like that comparison that people are giving it?
I mean, I absolutely see it. I think the floor is probably Micah Parsons. Like, they're same body style, same body shape. I think he is a little bit. I think he's smaller as of right now. He has a motor, so I think, at least he can beat Micah, and that's saying something.
That's saying a lot. If you like, Parsons is one of those guys that can go down in NFL history, be one of the best to do it. So, with that being said, we got their take number 3. They take Abdul Carter. Number 4, Patriots on the clock. We both think they're going to take Will Campbell. So as we wait for that one, let's talk a little bit about a Husker football in the meantime. First one off the board, that is a Husker. Who do you got?
Ty.
Yeah, I think it's pretty easily Ty Robinson as well. Do you think, what does the road of impact look like for him? We got a lot of tape on him at Nebraska. To you, when you watched him play, especially last year when he really came into his own, what are the strengths? I should say last 2 years. Give me the strength of Ty Robinson.
Strength. I mean, he's strong. He's a lot to handle, and he's not easy to block. He's hard to move. Whether he's a 3 tech, whether he's a 5 tech, or if you really want to, you can put him over their nose. But I think he's a tree stump.
Yeah,
it's not going to be easy. He's a run stopper, and that's what you want on the inside, especially, between that guard and tackle or between the guard and center. Somebody that's going to clog the hole and make the running back bounce or whatever, or just keep the pocket close and tiny. So you have to want that. I mean, he's very violent with his hands. I don't think I haven't seen too much of him losing one-on-one battles. One-on-one battles, he typically dominates. Even with two, you sending two at him, he's still dominating that and affecting the play. So I think once you get that, he's a situational player. He's a rotational type player early on that can develop into something or whatnot. But first, second downs or second and third downs, subbing in sub packages and everything like that to kind of get him, his juices flowing, let him pin his ears back and go.
Yeah, I think that's a really good write-up on him. The one cons like people give him, it's just the measurables, right? Like the short arms is where people kind of hit him with. Who, yes, explosive, but short, just going off the measurements. But when you're that dominant in a conference that is the Big Ten, that's just going to add a lot of weight to your argument, because that's going to be arguably the toughest division, Big Ten, SEC. If you're going to be a great defensive lineman and you're doing it against Big Ten opponents, that means you know how to throw your weight around. And he is going to be, I think, just a schematic guy early in his career. They're going to find some sets where they like to get him in and rotate him in and out until he gets comfortable. But if you look at a guy like him, you feel good about his progression. Like, he's a guy that every single year, he's a little bit bigger, he's a little bit stronger, and he's a little bit faster. So I like Ty Robinson a lot. Just the fact that the write-up on him is good, too, in terms of the stuff that isn't speed strength, like the intangibles of the high IQ, leadership, hard worker. He's got all that stuff too. So Ty Robinson, I think he'll be the first one off the board. Give me the second one. This is where it gets tough because I don't think there's any real right answer. A team's got to fall.
I think Tommy is. I mean, he's a tall, linky corner. I think he reminds me a lot of Cam Taylor-Britt. They're different. But he's savvy. He's not scary. He's not afraid to tackle. He can run with the best of them. He doesn't care if you are a smaller guy, shiftier. He has good feet. He has good ball instinct. So I think he would be the second one. It's hard not to see him. It's hard not to go and get him. If you get past, some of these top corners. I know the corner out of Kentucky, the corner out of Michigan, the corner out of Texas. I know those are the top guys, but I don't think Tommy's too far off or too far away from those type of guys. I mean, he gave the Heisman winner, second overall pick, a fit.
Yeah, that's great to have on the resume. The only thing that's holding him back, obviously, the injury. And then it hurt his ability to go try to get some results in the combine. But I think he's got enough on tape of being a consistently good player that it's Ty, Tommy, and then I think we're really in the murky territory of, does someone fall in love with Thomas Fidone? Do you think he gets picked?
I think so.
What round, if you had to throw it out there?
Say it again.
What round do you think? It's a pretty good deep tight end class as well this year.
Well, they got him ranked as the 11th tight end. So I'm thinking around 4th round, 5th round, maybe.
I was going to say 5. Maybe
and I say that just because of the injuries.
Yes. 2 knee injuries. Like, it's just tough luck there. So he's the guy. I think he'll probably get drafted later, mid-draft, but I feel good about him. And then I think we're probably getting onto the territory of, we're getting towards the 7th round, and maybe you got to find a different way to get on the team. Is there any guys, and I'll throw mine out there first, any guys you think they're going to find a shot after the draft's all said and over?
I think Nash will find a shot. I think Bullock will find a shot.
Yeah, John Bullock's the one that surprises me a lot.
I think Gifford will find a shot. He might be a late round draft pick. I mean, he fits the mold of like what the Rams like, special teams guys that can mold you into something. So I mean, I can see that. Him having a brother that's played in the NFL. There are other tangibles that they pay attention to. So I mean, Luke's been in the NFL for a minute, special teams guy. Isaac is at least that, and Will Campbell is the pick for the Patriots.
So they get chalk there. Now the real fun question is, and I agree with you, I think Nash being the obvious one, he's got enough tape on him of just being a dominant player. I think he'll certainly get looked at. I think Fedoni get drafted. MJ Sherman, another guy I'm curious at. He might get picked up. He was a 4-star recruit. He's really good linebacker for us. So he's the other Husker that maybe you can float around getting drafted. And, we see surprises all the time. But now we got on the clock. The pick is in. The Browns. Do the Browns take Genty?
I would think so.
Right? Because you're in a beautiful situation. It's also your identity for the Browns.
I would think so. And I hate it.
I do too.
It pisses me off, but I think that's definitely something that would help them out. You could go Graham.
But why would you? They're taking Genty, right? Like
you need a running back, But then again, I don't know. You got to look who's in that division. You're going to have to get after the quarterbacks.
That is true, and this is a class that's really deep in edge rushers. Like I know we just talked about how good Abdul Kader was.
Graham could very well go here. Like I could very well see him go there. I mean, you got Miles on the outside and you got somebody on the inside, collapse in the pocket. I can see that.
They might take Jalen Walker too for we're sticking on the defensive side of the ball. I can see them maybe flirting with that. They've put my money on it though. They take Genty, and the Browns are in a beautiful spot now, right? Because talking to Jackson back there, if you were the Browns and you did get Hunter and you stayed at 2, are you really sure about winning a bunch of ball games this upcoming season? No, you're still not really confident on it. So what can you do next year? You can go get another quarterback, and the quarterback class is going to be even.
You got two first round picks next year.
Like
you got 2 first round picks.
Class of QBs. So I think the Browns played it beautifully. Now where they're,
they really didn't lose anything, and they gained the first round pick.
Yeah.
You pick swapped. You still kept your second round of this year, which is the second pick of the draft, which is crazy. And you picked up a first round draft pick for next year. And who's to say that, the Browns still might be terrible? You still might get a top 5 pick next year.
I think they will. That's just it. Like, I think the Browns will really use Genty, feed him the ball a lot, and just kind of make it a big get him ready without wearing him out too much. And I think they're going to be okay with not necessarily being a great team next year, knowing that we're really locked in on this upcoming, not this one, but obviously the upcoming draft next year.
Nick Chubb is no longer with them completely.
Nick Chubb?
Yeah. Is he a free agent?
I think he is.
Wow.
Let me double check on that. And meanwhile, the pick is in for the Browns right now. We're just waiting to see who that is. We got Mason Graham Browns from Jackson.
Okay.
So we got some rumors there, supposedly. This isn't official yet, but also we're hearing some talks about Mason Graham.
Yeah, let me
be in a Cleveland.
Let me get to my sources.
I really, really hope that.
I hope they don't get Genty. I pray they don't get him.
I hope they don't take Genty, and then your Raiders pass him up too. And this will just be a great way to close out the hour here. No, Nick Chubb currently he was a Brown. 2024 was his last year there. He signed that 1-year deal for $2.2 million. So Nick Chubb free. So
they're going running back.
They have to take.
They're going running back.
Mason Graham, my John is going to hit the floor here. We'll wait and see here. We got about a few minutes left as we're still waiting here. In the meantime, we'll keep just going ahead on this mock draft here. So let's play the situation out because I think they're still probably going to take Genty. Who do you want the Raiders to go for? If that's the case, best running back off the board's gone.
I would say Raiders will go get you a lockdown corner. You playing against all these big time coaches and all these high powered offenses and everything like that. We got Christian Watkins coming back on the interior. We got our first round pick on one end from last year, and then you got Max Crosby coming back on the other end. Go get you a corner that can at least slow people down because you got Rice coming back for the Chiefs. You got Mims and Cortland Sutton for the Broncos, and then the Chargers. I mean, you got Ladd So I think go ahead and get a corner, there and re-sign Colton at left tackle and build some more pieces.
I can see that one as well. I would be surprised though if you are the Browns, or excuse me, not the Browns. If you're the Raiders, Genty gets taken off the board. We got Goodell walking up to the stage right now. We'll find out shortly. You could just really also double down on that defensive line being dominant, because then if Graham is still out there, would you fancy
Mason Graham? Woo! Let's go.
They did.
Let's go.
Shout out my producer back there, Jackson. Help me out. I don't know where he got the intel on that. He must got Roger Goodell on the call or something. I don't know where he found that one.
On all different types of feeds.
Oh, please don't take Genty for the Raiders. Raiders, I have a hard time thinking of anybody else they would take, though, honestly. If it's not Genty, I don't know who they want. Are you surprised to see Genty fall all the way so far?
No. I mean, I'm shocked with
the Browns. I thought for sure at 5 now.
The Browns, I was worried, but like I said, with that, again, you got to look at who you playing. Like, you got to be able to get after the quarterback. If you get after the quarterback with certain situations and everything like that helps your defense at all. And him being in the middle with that D line, I think does that. Your secondary is fine, but you got to put pressure on Lamar. You got to stop, Derrick Henry. You got to stop whoever the running back will be in Cincinnati and in Pittsburgh. So it's not easy.
There you have it. Where once again, you got out of Michigan, Mason Graham, defensive lineman. He is the
come on, Raiders. Don't mess this one up.
Don't worry. We're going to throw it to break here so you can hold your breath and wait and see. And then we'll hopefully get the live reaction because we know how long we like to wait for the clock down. But we'll recap it. Number 1, Cam Ward to the Titans. 2, big trade. Jack straight up. They get Travis Hunter. 3, Giants take Abdul Carter. 4, Will Campbell at LSU. Patriots take him. I think great fit with Vrabel. And then Mason Graham. Browns do not take Genty at 5 despite having the opportunity to. So that leaves the Raiders with an interesting option. Do they take Genty? We'll talk about that on the other side. Don't go anywhere. Dump Punt Hour, NFL Draft Edition. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere air seeder during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order program. Take your seeding performance to the next level with John Deere's advanced air seeding technology. Achieve precise seed and fertilizer placement, optimize emergence, and cover more acres with less downtime. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order program. Contact your Landmark Implement for full details and experience the Landmark difference.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Outside is where winter adventure unfolds. On frozen lakes, icy landscapes, and snow-covered slopes. Feeling the cold air rush by as you race downhill. The freedom of gliding with ease and the warmth of being together. From epic sled rides to the fun of ice fishing, it's all right here beneath Nebraska skies. Start your winter adventure at yournebraskaparks.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Associations and this station.
Team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Join Main Street Beatrice for their annual Beer, Wine, and Spirits Festival on Saturday, May 3rd from 4 to 8 p.m. with VIP entrance at 3 p.m. Enjoy an afternoon of live music and unlimited tastings of Nebraska beer, wine, and spirits at Envision Landscapes and Garden Center. There's something for all palates, and you only pay your entry fee. Food and snacks are available for purchase at the event, as well as off-sale beer, wine, and spirits from vendors. Tickets are only $25 ahead of time or $30 at the door. This fun day is for adults 21 and over only. Buy your tickets at mainstreetbeatrice.org or on the Main Street Beatrice Facebook page today.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Fight fans, May 3rd, Dynasty Combat Sports hosts the first bare-knuckle boxing bout ever at Pinnacle Bank Arena, pitting Lincoln's Tower Robinson against McCook's Thomas Thatcher. Additionally, MMA bouts will see champion Nate Morrow battle Nebraska City's Brett Minner. University of Nebraska wrestler Tyler Berger makes his pro MMA debut, and Hunter Green takes on Husham Zadow for the amateur featherweight title. Also, professionals Brady Minner, Sean Lindgren, Justin Weaver, and the debut of another Nebraska wrestler, Bubba Wilson. 16 fights are scheduled Saturday, May 3rd at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Fight cards subject to change. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or at the Pinnacle Bank Arena box office.
Early break wrap. What do you have? Oh yeah, good. Someone orders a wrap. I want to go come across the table.
No wrap.
What do you guys have? What's your best wrap?
No.
What's your
so
was that buffalo chicken? That's incredible. Yeah. When you say I want to get, I'm going to stop where they have great wraps. I want to throw a punch.
Here's one too that I encountered
with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush from 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
We are back, and the pick is in. The new Las Vegas Raider is DeMornay Pierson-El. I'll let you go ahead and tell the world.
Genty, we got him.
Yeah.
Houston, we have a problem. He has landed.
My Lord. I'm not terribly surprised. Like, for him to fall at 5, the Raiders, they got a clear need there. All of a sudden, the Josh Jacobs.
You got him and you got Raheem Mostert still there with Chip Kelly. Like, I like that combination.
Yeah, and the Raiders, watch out. Raiders are revamped. You got Geno Smith back, that quarterback. Say what you will about Pete Carroll. Now you got, to me, what is the most promising running back we've seen in the past. Since I've been, 10 years since I've really been locked into the draft. Is that fair to say? Most promising running back? Ooh. I mean, his stats alone, the only thing you can argue is the competition, I think, in his conference.
That's hard. Because you got to think of McCaffrey.
That's what I'm saying.
He's up there. I think he's in the top 3.
Okay.
People forget about McCaffrey. McCaffrey at Stanford was crazy. He should have won the Heisman. Saquon at Penn State wasn't. That's hard. I think he's definitely up there in the top 3.
I think I'm going to go Genty just because maybe it's a little bit of recency bias, but the whole Barry Sanders track, the amount of hype, and then for him to prove it on the big stage as well. I'm happy for the Raiders. I'm not going to lie. I will say this. The NFL is better when the Raiders are the Raiders. So with that being said, up next, the pick's already in. The New York Jets And I share with you where we get this intel a little bit early. Who do you think they're going to take? Although
the offensive tackle, they need, again, you pay $40 million for a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's other ways to get weapons, there and everything like that. But you make it easier for him. You protect him and everything like that. Give your running backs some options and whatnot, and you'll still build pieces. You'll still add pieces in the draft and free agency after this for people to come there.
Yeah, so we think out of Missouri, Armin Membu will be a New York Jet. I have a hard time seeing anybody else they might go ahead and pick. I don't think any wide receivers are going to be picked up anytime soon here.
I got the first receiver, and this one is hard. I honestly, like, I got a receiver probably. I don't think the first receiver will go until like 18.
I think so too, right? Because the Panthers, you think Panthers trade 8? I mean, that's the reports already that they're trying to shop it. That was from Schefter. Because if you're the Panthers, you're so broken that you need a lot of picks. I don't think anybody's good enough at 8 to really make it.
I mean, I can see it, but then again, I mean, you've been missing since you traded Burns away last year. So I think they stick with I think they stick there and grab the best option right there, and that's Walker out of Georgia. I mean, you're gonna have to get after quarterbacks in that division. I mean, that division honestly is the most wide open division. If you go 9-9 and own the tiebreaker, you're going to the playoffs. Like
that is true.
8 or whatever, you're going to the playoffs.
And again, going back to the wide receiver conversation, I don't think the Panthers do. Saints, I think, to your point, I think they'll take Sanders. He's still on the board. The Chicago Bears definitely don't want to go the wide receiver route. 49ers don't. Cowboys, they could try to find another really good wide receiver.
I think they'll go offensive line. Again, you paying Dak $60 million. You got 2 very decent running backs in Sanders and Williams. This is a heavy offensive wide receiver draft, so you don't need another wide receiver 1. You need, a Robin. So why at 12 you're not getting a Robin? You're getting Batman. You already have Batman and CD. So I think they go offensive line to try and replace. Is it Zach? I think that retired, or they go running back.
Yeah, and if that's the case, I think you're right. They'll go offensive line. That's the only team I could see that would be high up, or maybe they take a wide receiver. But I think you're right. Otherwise, you are getting towards the back there, and it'll be a pretty late pick. All right, Panthers, we're still waiting for it. And there you go. The Jets, looks like they go ahead. They take Armin Membu. So there you go. That one is out of Missouri. Don't got any problems there. Panthers, they're up next. We talked about that. Then the Saints. I think we can wrap up on the Chicago Bears. We'll do this for me because Jetsy's off the board. Offensive line, you build up there. You trade the pick, I think is the question.
Here's the thing. If Jalen Walker, if the Panthers do not take Jalen Walker, I think the Bears should take him.
I don't hate that. The Bears are in a really good spot, and I think they can go in a few different directions because their team is young enough. I also wouldn't hate the idea of just continuing to firm up that offensive line.
You can go Kelvin Banks. You don't necessarily need a tight end. You got 2 veteran tight ends there that you can operate and work with. Warren wouldn't be a bad thing, but you need a solid left tackle. So I think you either go edge or you go Kelvin Banks and let it ride. I mean, if they take Warren, I get it, but that's you too much in a luxurious pick to go after a tight end. And I understand the type of tight end he is, but again, a rookie quarterback, you got a veteran line. You can get a veteran. You can get a left tackle in there for 4 or 5 years, and the guys that can help him along and everything like that. You'll for sure up to his blind side for years to come.
Well said, and we'll just have to wait and see. Good morning, Pierson-El. Appreciate the time as always, and congratulations on the Raiders landing Ashton Jeanty. I think that was best case scenario for the Raiders and everything they got cooking over there. This draft's going to be a lot of fun. Anything far but being over. Appreciate you listening. We'll talk more draft later in the night. But up next, we got a couple former ticket talent on here. Megan Whitaker and then Lindsay Teely, and DP's back in the studio as well. So don't go anywhere. Ticket weeknights. Keep rolling. Talk to you guys in just a little bit.